Awesome. Great. I wish you all the very best there. Please, one thing we tell all our guests is we like to keep in touch with you. You're part of our family once you're on the show, so we'd love to hear from you, how you're progressing, how the gig is working out, and just basically what you're doing so we can pass it on. Now, usually I mention this at the end of our interview, but since we're already touching on it, I'm going to throw it in right here, and that is the fact that in addition to being part of our family, we're all over the internet, as you probably are aware, and one of the pages I have is a Facebook page that's a group's music page, the David Bowers Awards, and that page is there for guests on the show and anybody in the music business that has, information or music that they want to share. That's for them to put their own information up on. You can post your gigs, your new releases, if you get with a new group, whatever you want to share with your fans and followers, and of course to new fans and followers. And you don't have to send in a press release or anything. You can post it directly to that page, and we will take it and pass it on to our other social media pages to make sure the word gets around there. So feel free to join us there. Now, John Bon Jovial, I know you want to get in here. What do you got to offer?
Well, first of all, welcome to the show.
We're really glad that you're here.
Nick, my question to you is, who are your percussionist heroes?
Travis Barker and Dave Grohl for sure, but my favorite genre is rock and everything, but where I'm about to do this gig, she does country, so I might just switch over to country because, like I said, I've been on major platforms. I've been classified as punk, rock, rap, country thing, and I just go with it. I'm like, Apple Music, okay.
Right,
good stuff. It's good to be versatile.
It is good to be versatile because that was going to be my next question is, how do you classify yourself? Do you classify yourself as an overall percussionist? Do you want to be known as a rock drummer, a jazz drummer, or if you want to branch out, what kind of thought have you given to the future to where you can show somebody, look, I can play heavy metal drums with the best of them, but I can also I can also do the kind of percussion that you might hear in a Dave Brubeck tune, or I can also do something that you might hear, in a George Jones song. So, what line of thinking or what line of pursuit, if you will, are you taking to let people know that hey man, I'm not just one genre of drummer?
Well, I like to just classify at first, I always loved rock ever since I was little. And then ever since Apple Music, Spotify have been classifying me as different stuff, and I've been listening to different stuff and learning the drums, I like to play about anything now. So if I'm in a country band, I just like to do the best of the best and let somebody maybe I'll do something different. People will be like, well, I've never seen this. A drummer did this before. This is a first. I like to be like the first drummer to do like something that no drummer has ever done.
Sure. That makes sense. And the fact that you are, that you're versatile and you've been experienced in all these different genres is likely to help you to make that goal. I think that's a great goal to set for yourself. I listen to your music, your drumming, and I can't help but think, though, you have to remember John and I are dinosaurs. We go back, we've always had radios in our lives, but hey, listen, television was brand new to us a long time ago. But seriously, going back to the late 50s, I'm reminded of a drummer who did pretty much what you're doing. He basically auditioned with his music, and he did actually had 2 or 3 hit records on the pop charts back in the 50s. His name was Sandy Nelson. I guess his name was Sander Nelson, but obviously he made it a little commercialized by going Sandy Nelson, and he did the drum thing. He had a friend of his or a studio musician, whatever, that played guitar with him, which lent a little bit of a total musical sound to it. And I was thinking when I was listening to you, you could always have a guitar jump in with a melody that fits your drum pad and the rhythm that you're working with. But if you're if you're interested in exploring that, it's you can find him on YouTube all over the place. Sandy Nelson. His first song, the one that broke into the public, was Teen Beat. And he went on from there. Like I said, he had 2 or 3 hit records, and then he went on to become a good session drummer. So he made a career out of 1 or 2 records where he basically just played drums with a guitar that jumped in to add a little musical touch, just to keep people's attention. And it was something that I flashed on listening to your music. Now, I know you're looking forward to this new gig, and again, we here at the David Bowers Awards wish you all the very best there. What else do you have planned for your future? Are you going to try to stick with the gig with a group and maybe tour with them? You're going to do some recording, or what do you have in mind?
Well, that's what I was hoping, because I've talked to her for a month. I've known her, and she's got places in Florida, Indiana, Tennessee, Virginia. She said that she's got everything. She's just looking for a drummer. So if this goes good, then we got something in October in Indiana. So I'm hoping to go to Tennessee and then October, Indiana, and hopefully head up New York and keep you guys updated and go from there.
Oh, absolutely. We definitely look forward to that. And just for your own personal information, if you want to make a sidebar note out of this, John is down in the Naples-Fort Myers area of Florida. I'm out in the Tempe, Phoenix area of Arizona. So if you ever get out in those areas, look us up. Let us know that you're going to be there and when. I'd like to meet you, catch your show, get to sit and chat with you for a few minutes or whatever. That would be wonderful. We always like to meet our guests in person, especially since we've met so many great musicians and persons on this show. We try to meet them whenever we can. I was also going to say, what's the name of the band again? I missed that.
Sugar Rose.
Sugar Rose. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. You might also keep in the back of your mind. You get in with them, and you're doing. You get comfortable. You're playing gigs, and everybody's happy, and you're rocking on. You might mention to them that we're always looking for good new independent talent to come on the show and for us to, give another stage to, because basically that's what we do here at the David Bowers Awards. We try to create one more stage, one more venue for emerging artists to get out there, show off their talents and their music, and just basically make a name for themselves. That's what we do. So you might mention to the Sugar Rose that, if they'd like, hey, send us a link to some of their music when you get in with them and you get going, and also, of course, a contact information, and perhaps we get the whole band here on the show.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I said, we're touring Florida. Maybe we'll probably meet John first and then go from there.
Absolutely.
I'll look forward to it. Absolutely.
Hey, John's always up for a party and any excuse to get out and have fun. and I've known him for way too long, 40 some odd years now, and he hasn't changed. The only thing is his mind still thinks like it did 40 years ago, but his body is a little slower to react now than it was then. So you're probably safe. He's a little tamer.
Yeah, I'm the young one out of the group of Sugar Rose. I'm only 25, so.
Well, hey, listen, it's good to catch on with a group that does have an established record like that, because that helps you expand your role and grow in your chosen profession, and that's perfect. I know as a kid, when I got into into music originally, and then later on into radio, I was always around older people, and at the time it feels a little strange, sit around with all these old people. But then you look back on it and say, that was the best thing that could have happened, because I learned a lot from them, and I think this is going to work for you. Now, before we let you go, one of our other tenets here on the show is self-promotion is highly encouraged. So tell the folks in the minute or so that we have left how they can find you online, get your music, keep in touch with you, track where you're going, the whole 9 yards. Go sell yourself.
Well, you can find me on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, all that, Nick King. And I'm on all the major platforms. Just type in Nick King, Spotify, Amazon, Deezer, Pandora, you name it. And that's about it. I'm not hard to find. Just type in Nick King and bam.
Fantastic. We'll look forward to it. Definitely look forward to having you come back in the future, perhaps with your band, and keep track of what you're doing. Keep in touch, my friend, ladies and gentlemen. Nick King. And here's another one of his tracks, example of his drumming and what he's doing. There you go, Nick King. A couple of tracks of his drumming, and really an interesting experience from our standpoint of presenting an artist not only with not with a finished product, but rather basically auditioning for a job. And we hope he gets it. It's a great thing. He's got himself hooked up with one band now. And who knows, maybe he'll pick up some studio work too. Anyway, you know how to find him if you're looking for a drummer. His name is Nick King. And if you can't find him, give us a yell here on the David Bowers Awards. We'll be happy to help you track him down. John Bon Jovial, what do you think?
Yeah, it's a little different. And I do hope that he can land on both feet and have a series of steady gigs, because from listening to him, it's unusual. We've never done this before, and it's just a raw track like that. But he's got some skills. There's no question about that. I don't know that I could handle a steady diet of 3.5-minute cuts of just nothing but drumming. But if this is if this is a platform by which maybe somebody is listening and they need a drummer, then okay. I think that hopefully we've accomplished that purpose.
Absolutely.
Because he's good. He's good.
And that's exactly what we're here for, to give emerging artists one more platform to present themselves on. And we hope you, our listeners, enjoyed and appreciated that. We thank Nick King, and we move along